Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 92 of Community Service Hour. SwagSeptember is the hashtag for the month. So it's 2023. If you're in blockchain, you've been in since 2008, or if you're in NFT, you've been here since 2018, maybe. That's when the parties officially started for NFT. And I'm not baller. I don't have all the shirts, but I got a couple. So I wanted to show off some of the shirts and then just recognize the different communities that are out there. And the funny thing is, and here I am, I'm rocking the OK Bear Yacht Club shirt today, which also looks like a Brady Bunch, because there's 9 of them. What's up? I got this one at a music event by Arts. What's up, NYC? Throwing it down into the metaverse. And I just wanted to recognize this graphically through some swag, right? So you go to these events and they got t-shirts. I've got a couple. So here's OK Bears. That's what I'm wearing right now. Then we got Sue Squares. We got Xerox Sir. Gutter Cat Gang. And then the kickoff is DMC. I've got disclosures and all this. If I'm involved with any of these people, I put it in the tweet. And nobody's paying me to make these tweets. But I just did want to, put some pictures out there. Don't just be getting this t-shirt and throwing it in your closet, right? These t-shirts are meant to be worn and these stories are meant to be told. So I'm doing my part, 1 per day. I'm going to run out. I don't think I'm going to make it the whole month. I don't even know if I'm going to make it half the month. So if you've got t-shirts and you want them on me to run this streak, we've got a PO box for that. 123. So send your swag, overnight so we can get it in there.
Speaking of Swag September, it's New York Fashion coming up this week. It's the smaller one. I'm about to hit the streets and the events, showing off Jumptag Club, my brand, dynamic QR code, dog tag pendants. I call the dynamic QR code a jump link because who the hell wants to scan a dynamic QR code?
We got a website we can yell out?
Yeah. Jumptagclub.com.
Got it.
Cool part about it, just to throw it out there, is that with the web app, the same QR, the same jump link, you can set it to different destinations to do all sorts of things. You can set it to your phone number, so when someone scans it, it'll open up an app to call them with the phone number entered. It does that with crypto, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. It'll open up a wallet with the address filled out and an amount. You can do it with locations. You can do it with websites and Instagram. You can do it with payment apps, Cash App. Open up the app directly. So very, very versatile. You just set it, scan it, jump.
So let's do it right now. So I'm going to hit one of them. So there's a trick for scanning. So you hit this, and then you go to ZXING, and you just pull that file up.
Okay. That's the app. Yeah.
Yes, this is live. So jumped right into, you just scanned the jump link on this jump tag. If you're not the owner, ignore it. So it's not claimed yet.
You just hacked it, bro.
I just hacked one of them.
You just hacked it. You weren't supposed to do that.
Watch yourself.
Now I know which jump tag I'm getting. I got you an engraved one. You're about to get that one too now, dude. Jesus. Thank you.
This is cool. So the first time you scan it, it's a jump link, and then afterwards, it's that person has access, right?
Yeah. Then they claim the URL that's inside the jump link QR, and then they can control it and change it, and they can even share it if they want to. No one else can change it. They can just access it.
Right. This is a cool idea. I like that you're getting it on the dog tags. This is good. I have a couple notes here. Your links are HTTP right now. You might want to use HTTPS by default. This is killer. This is a great price for any dog tag. This is a great price for a dog tag you can use. And this is, people are still go crazy when I go to events and I have a QR code. They're like, oh my God. I'm like, what were you expecting? Like, you're not using a business card. Were you expecting me to yell out my username and you to type it in? They're like, yes, that's what everybody does. I'm like, okay, well, I saved you 4 seconds, but then I wasted a minute talking about this. So,
and even if you don't actually want to use it for that purpose, it looks pretty fly. It has a nice weight to it. It's shiny. You would probably get robbed walking around with this thing because it's really golden. We got the silver ones too probably less likely to attract attention, but it's a fashion product, not just tech. So
Now, are you still doing the different versions of the chain?
still experimenting with that. Yeah, we are going to be doing it. Still looking for a reliable set. The original manufacturer I've been working with for a different version, their chains tarnished very, very fast. I was very disappointed with those. So I'm, still exploring to get some quality chains that are going to look fly and last a long time. But that's, that takes some research. So that's in process. And I want to get some titanium chains. My bad.
Yeah.
Titanium chains. Those hypoallergenic, shiny as hell, durable, and they're light, but they're very expensive. That's for the dog tag itself.
Got it.
It's also epoxy coated, which makes it water resistant and scratch resistant.
Oh, yeah. Some of the word jump tag on there is lowercase, but sometimes they're uppercase. FYI. This is stuff I look at, man. Dude, I'm looking at like ingredients, capitalization. Is this brand like, what is this brand? Oh, there's the Jumptag Club. Nice. No, I love it. I mean, I've seen, you've got one of these. I've seen the old website. I've seen the different, I know the older vendors. Rito's definitely trying, for sure. I've seen versions of this. I've seen, we've been on the call before about this. Get your jump tag, get in the club, for sure. Catch it at New York Fashion Week.
Catch you. Thanks, Will.
Yeah. We have a new email list. So get on the email list. This is not going to announce every episode, but I think monthly we put out just a summary of some of the things that came out, the topics. Maybe you don't catch all the episodes. And so the email list is here. What's up, 037? I remember last week, 37 and I were stumped on the easiest of easy questions. It was pretty bad. And through the magic of peer review, just talking it out, we both came to the right answer. And we're like, oh my God, we'll never tell anybody. And we definitely won't say it publicly on a phone call.
Yeah, indeed. I finished pushing all the commits out, and I haven't made them public yet, but I will soon. That was definitely an interesting thing I came across. Actually, I think this is an interesting topic. While I was working on the smart contract, I went back and I looked at different ways to do like different gas optimizations, and I came across like a lot of interesting ways to do things. One of them was like juggling types. You can pair them with other functions, and then you have the smaller data types using call data instead of memory. There's a whole bunch of them.
The most important one is bit packing and storage. You never ever want to waste a storage slot.
That's the one with the juggling of the types. Yeah. Where that one is a little hard to wrap my head around, because I've never seen something like that in other languages.
But you definitely want to minimize the number of bits, because bits cost money.
Interesting enough, I know Remix has like this gas profiler, but I don't know how good it is.
They're not reliable. If you've still got room to pick your test suite, you can please look at the Seaport is what I recommend is the best one. Seaport has the best. And they do gas profiling. So that's where you run your smart contract, and then the gas results you save somewhere. And then if you do anything that changes that, you'll get a test failure. A lot of these other types of optimization should not be necessary. I have bugs open on Solidity project, and I'm like, look, this should not be possible. People should not be using unchecked math for for loops. People should not be using call data. Call data shouldn't even be a word in this language.
I definitely saw the unchecked one. That was one I felt really finicky about. I was like, this looks risky, like doing.
And Solidity is a great project. The issue is called Stop the War on For Loops. Yeah, so funny. I'll put this in the show notes so you can see exactly the optimization that works today and why I hope that it's not going to work in the future.
There was this other thing I saw. It's not related to, I don't think it's related to optimization. Maybe it is. But it has to do with like security considerations. And I think someone said that you should always use assert over require. Does that hold true?
It's really a matter of clarity, expressiveness when you're using the language. invariants of your code. There should be no way under any circumstance that they can happen. It's supposed to like explode. Just it should even be in a different color. That's something that MetaMask should do. The whole thing should turn red, and MetaMask should say, stop what you're doing and never use this app again. We've detected a bug. This should never be trusted again in the future because they promised us this thing would never happen, and it's happening right now. So check yourself, and we're gonna flag this. And then that transaction should be put into a museum. And then whenever anybody else wants to look at that contract, this transaction should be shown on the screen. And it's like, look, here's evidence that this contract is broken. Nobody should ever use this ever.
That makes sense. Yeah, I currently don't use the cert in any of my code. It was something I saw that someone was comparison to, and it didn't really make sense. I think they were making the comparison that like it reverts it or something like that, and that still didn't make sense to me because when you do a transaction of some sort and it has require in it and the require fails, the transaction is reverted anyway.
Correct. I guess maybe one of the differences is if you do an assert failure, if it uses all the gas, I'm not sure how slow to compile. I haven't used assert in so long. It used to be it uses all the gas. I don't know if they still do it that way. But if it does use all the gas, then if it's called from if it's one smart contract calling another smart contract, it can't ignore that because there's no gas left. That could be a potential functional difference between an assert and a require.
Very cool. And I guess this one is completely unrelated, and it was kind of interesting having a hunt for this. Is after I was done doing some of these changes to the smart contract, I know how to make UIs for smart contract. It's not too difficult. I could use web3.js and all that. But I was looking for just something that I could just, kind of plug and play with. The one in Remix, there's one in Remix right now,
Yes.
and it's called One Click DApp.
Yep.
And I went to it and it was broken. Like I did not want to go through with that. Yeah, so this is it right here, and I don't know, maybe it was like a Firefox thing. As soon as I click connect to MetaMask button, it throws an error in the console about the database creds being wrong.
I don't like that you have to connect your wallet. It's totally unnecessary to make someone connect their wallet to
for
use
real.
this.
Yeah,
Like, not at all. We should totally fork this and remove that requirement. On this topic, though, I did myself recently change how I do dApps, and I have new code that you can copy paste. I was working on it this weekend forever, and it's at 10,000su.com, the Su Squares, and it uses Wallet Connect. So it used to be that I only supported MetaMask. Now I support 100 wallets or whatever.
Ooh.
All these other mobile wallets. You know me, I don't use jQuery. I don't this is all the code right there. That's every part of it, and it's meant to be read. When you're ready to go one step further, please check this out. It took me at least 10 hours to read through the Wallet Connect documentation because it has got a lot of problems in it. I've got a pile of issues open, and I hope to save anybody time with this stuff.
Thanks for this. Yeah, that's a lot of compatibility that you have. That's impressive.